Hi, I'm Dennis.
And I'm Mario. Welcome to another edition of the Mario and Dennis Show. So we talk a lot about biopics on the show. Well, how about a biopic based on Barack and Michelle Obama's first date? South Side with You starts filming next summer in Chicago, where their 1989 date took place. Now, Tika Sumpter is on board to play the young Michelle Obama. The role of the young Barack Obama has not been cast yet. While there's no shortage of young black men in Hollywood, they just have to find one that can read.
And, you know, I really am not going to comment on that because that's just really rude. But I don't know who Tika is, but I think Jaden Smith, or one of the Will Smith's son could be good. But really? You're going to say, somebody can't read?
Yeah.
Oh, you're awful. Well, anyways, anyways, James Bond is back, and this time he's fighting an old enemy. Remember Spectre?
Yes.
Yes. It's a shady terrorist organization which served the looming menace in many of the 23 Bond films, including Dr. No, which debuted in theaters in 1962. And this is the 24th Bond installment, scheduled to hit theaters in November 2015. Daniel Craig, of course, will return as James Bond. Other cast members are, is it Ralph or Rafe?
Ralph.
I mean, because he does go by Ralph sometimes, right?
Ralph Fiennes.
Ralph Fiennes.
Yeah.
Yes. And Rory Kinnear and Naomi Harris. And she will be back as
Moneypenny.
Moneypenny. Which
Moneypenny's
is sort of
been
cool.
around
That's
for
sort
a
of
long
really
time.
cool. Yeah.
It is. It is. It's nice to see, Daniel Craig coming back as James Bond.
I'm so happy. Well, where's Judi Dench though?
Oh, I don't know.
Because wasn't she in the
She was
first
in-
few
in a
ones?
couple of them,
first?
yeah.
And she
Yeah.
was so brilliant. She was.
They
so
might
good.
just be wrapping up casting now, but these are definitely the ones that were confirmed
Right,
to be back,
right.
so which is great. Benedict Cumberbatch has officially joined Marvel Studios' upcoming film, Doctor Strange. The actor will play a neurosurgeon, Dr. Stephen Strange, who, after a horrific car accident, discovers the hidden world of magic and alternate dimensions and becomes the next Sorcerer Supreme and primary proctor of Earth against magical and mystical threats. Now, Stan Lee and Steve Ditko co-created the character in 1963. So Marvel, again, is, it's just been the thing for the last couple of years in film.
Well, I think Doctor Strange is going to be really, really good. I mean, because it's like weren't they asking about him? Because didn't they want him to play Doctor Who in the movie they were doing also? And he does play.
Yeah, I don't know.
There's
about
something
who.
about that, but yeah, he's going to be perfect.
Yeah,
as
he
Doctor
will.
Strange.
He'll be good.
I think so. Are you ready?
Yeah.
The Royals? Can we hear like the force? What for?
The Force be with you? Star Wars. No.
No. Prince William and Kate Middleton have beefed up security on their trip to New York after thousands of demonstrators stormed city streets and protest with the Eric Garner grand jury decision last week. In response to the days of angry protests, the NYPD is working to set up extra protection for the couple during their first 3 days. And they're here now.
Yes.
In New York, and
They are, and they were helping wrap gifts for some of the underprivileged neighborhoods, I believe, for Christmas. So, it sounds like he's sort of doing his mother thing, which Diana was great for.
Well,
helping the
that's the thing. That's what they're saying is it's his first trip since Princess Diana came, and so I think that's really cool in a sense. But it's
It is very nice, very nice. Well, Stephen Collins has been quietly put back on the air by the network that vowed to give Seventh Heaven the axe in the wake of his child molestation confessions. Up TV was running the series, but announced in October it would be taking it off the air. But that doesn't appear to be the case. The show is now back on and scheduled. According to TMZ, the network CEO for Up TV, Charlie Humbert, said that they brought the show back because many viewers expressed they could separate allegations against one actor from the fictional series itself, which makes sense. But with all the Honey Boo Boo stuff and the Bill Cosby stuff, was it was it appropriate to bring that back?
I don't know, and I really,
Yeah.
It's Stephen Collins, though. It's like, so he is sort of known for being that matriarch or patriarch.
He is, but Bill Cosby too, and we'll talk about him a little later. I think as far as talent and his reputation far outweighs what Stephen Collins has done in a lifetime. But we'll talk about that in a few minutes.
Okay. Well, but it was this
now it's your favorite
fudgicle?
girl.
I know.
Fudge Pop.
Miley Cyrus ended up in a 5 a.m. makeout session with Paris Hilton.
Exciting.
I know, right? On last Friday. And Cyrus and her boyfriend, Patrick Schwarzenegger, were like partying hard in South Beach. And she was in town to perform at the Raleigh party hosted by Tommy Hilfiger and Jeffrey Deitch, which is like one of the biggest art gallery owners, where she smoked a joint. On Thursday, Cyrus returned to E111, which is a club, and the Rec Room Lounge at the Gale Hotel. There, Cyrus looked and hooked up looks and lips with Hilton on top of a banquette. And Patrick was sitting there and he wasn't participating, but he watched and he enjoyed.
Of course.
So, I don't know. Miley sat on his lap after, and Paris was sitting on the couch. Miley leaned down to kiss Paris. Now, nice. I don't understand. It's like, is Paris trying to get back in the scene? Because, she was really, she was big. She was, she was the Kardashian before Kardashian.
Yeah. Well, she's been out of the limelight for a while.
Well, that's my
So it could be her opportunity to get back in front of the camera again.
And Patrick Schwarzenegger, he actually is very handsome.
Yeah.
Miley Cyrus, on the other hand, I don't know, but...
Anyways, so Brian Austin Green, do you remember him from 90210? Do you know what other nighttime drama he was on?
Every single Lifetime television made for movie. Yes,
Knots Landing. He was on Knots Landing. Well, anyways, Brian Austin Green is thankful to be alive, and I'm sure he wishes he could say the same for his career. The former 90210 child star opened up about the scary car accident that him and his wife Megan Fox experienced last week. A driver crossed lanes and swiped the Range Rover Thursday. The driver of the other vehicle was going about 50 miles an hour and they were going about 25, and they hit head on.
Right.
They walked away fine, but that could have been really ugly, and it could have been another sad story of a celebrity losing his life over a driver. Luckily, they both walked away, and he's now.
Well, isn't Megan Fox like the Transformer?
Yes,
actress?
She was.
So she
film,
she
I think first and second. I'm not sure if she was in the third, but
she did this.
Yeah, she could transform into something. Yeah.
Well, okay, talking about transforming, no, Madonna is the new face of Versace 2015 ad campaign, replacing Lady Gaga. Madonna is no stranger to Versace, as this is her fourth time doing the ad campaign, representing the great designer. And Donatella added, Madonna is one of the true icons of Versace. And she's like, I am thrilled to have my friend and the most powerful directional artist as the face of Versace for the spring 2015 campaign.
She looks great in the campaign. She looks really good.
No, they make her look really good. I remember like when she first did it, and like over the years, it's like, she does look good.
Was the first one.
Right.
Yeah, but no, she looks great. I'm still glad to see that she's around. I just don't know. Her talent's always been like this for me. I never considered her an outstanding singer, but she was. She had.
Excuse me. She's an amazing singer.
Okay, if you say so.
Okay.
So Kathy Griffin is thanking Melissa Rivers for helping her decide to accept a position on the Fashion Police.
Right.
The 54-year-old Griffin had flip-flopped, and she wasn't sure whether or not she wanted the part on the E! Show until she got the blessing from Melissa Rivers, and that was a final call. So once she got Melissa's blessing, she took it. She said it was either a deal breaker for her or a deal maker.
Of course.
And it was a deal maker, so I'm glad to see she's going to be on that show. She's not replacing Joan Rivers.
No, but can
no
you
one can replace her,
imagine how insane it's going
she'll
to be?
She'll be just as crazy as
she's
Joan.
Going to be, oh my
Just
God, she's going to
crazy.
be like so, oh, the comments, I can only imagine. I know, and this little girl better watch out.
Yeah.
Well, Khloe Kardashian, having ditched her boyfriend, French Montana, for the second time, she has pictured living it up on Friday with R&B star Chris Brown. But French hasn't been replaced yet because Khloe's siblings, Kendall and Kylie Jenner, joined the group saying, "Cruising for a bruising in my baby pink T-Bird." The 30-year-old told her Instagram fans, Khloe just wasn't ready. And after Lamar, she wasn't like ready to like get too serious all that. So,
Well, they're all over the place, those two, all three of them actually, so I'm not surprised. So, we talked about Bill Cosby recently, right? Last week, a couple of weeks. So nearly 24 women claim to have been sexually assaulted by Bill Cosby over a period of several decades. Many of the accusers have come forward in recent weeks after media attention on older allegations against Cosby manifested and intensified. Earlier this week, Cosby's upcoming shows in Tarrytown, New York were canceled. He resigned from the Board of Trustees at Temple University and was stripped of his honorary title by the U.S. Navy. Now, while some celebrities, including, and I was surprised, Whoopi Goldberg, Azalea Banks, and Hugh Hefner, that's not a big surprise, have come forward, Hugh Hefner, to support the comedian, condemnation has been widespread. And recently, his star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame has been defaced with the word rapist spray painted all over it. I don't think that's right. He will pay for whatever it was that he's done once it has been proved, but until proven guilty, he's innocent.
I don't know.
And I'm not surprised that Hugh Hefner would support Bill at all. I mean, I don't think he's ever dated anyone over the age of 20, and the man's 90.
Hugh Hefner, so, I think, Hugh Hefner is very cool. I'm sorry. It's like
cool.
You don't think so? Yeah,
no,
I think he is.
I don't think he's cool at all. I think
he's like, he created a whole empire.
I'm not saying
like,
he's stupid. I'm saying his dating, his values on dating, I think leave something to be desired. That's my opinion.
Well, I guess so. Well, it looks like Taylor Swift and Kylie Kloss are such close friends that their affections for one another at the 1975 concert, or did they?
Did they kiss?
That's well, they did. That's what the question. The photo was taken during a concert, and if you look close, you'll see Swift and Kloss kissing one another. But that's not the first time rumors of Swift being a lesbian have surfaced, which we've heard. But who cares? But on Wednesday, Lady Gaga denied that she and Taylor are hooking up during an interview with Howard Stern. Although the photo may look as if they're doing a sort of a kissing in reality, they're
at a concert.
Are at a concert, and they could just be whispering.
Yeah.
So they could be like this.
Right, exactly. Exactly. Well, it must be a Taylor thing, because not only is Taylor Swift the only Hollywood celebrity to have gay rumors spread about her, Taylor Lautner, most known as the hunky hottie from Twilight Films, has had his share of gay rumors, but most recently, Lautner was seen at the Abbey, which is a gay club on the west side of Hollywood, with a model friend, Murray Swanby, who, by coincidence, has a very big crush on Taylor. And he then posted the photo of both of them on Twitter and made a funny comment. So
everyone goes to the Abbey, so it's like that's just like it's a normal place. It's like going to.
It is. And
one of our local restaurants.
If you have, and if a celebrity walks in there, then that's the rumor. So it's not a big deal, right?
I don't know.
I don't think so. This is.
I don't know, Taylor Lautner. I don't know. It's like that's what we like. It's like sort of exciting.
Yeah, I can see him walking into him.
Okay, well, this is the biggest thing right now going on. Lifetime's newest biopic about Whitney Houston is under fire. Angela Bassett, who directed the film, is being criticized for her choice in selecting the actress playing Whitney Houston. Yaya DaCosta, who was an American Idol, American Top Model runner-up. The family is also upset that they aren't using Whitney's voice. Yaya is lip-syncing to female artist Deborah Cox. And in addition to all that, is Bobby Christina has been so upset and tweeting about she wanted to play Whitney.
Yes.
And, you know, be her mom. But I think that's sort of
and she has been
weird.
saying some really horrible things about Angela Bassett, which is a shame. I'm kind of surprised that they're not using Whitney Houston's voice. I mean, if they're going to lip sync, why not lip sync?
Do you remember
Whitney
Deborah
Houston?
Cox from like the
from
late 80s, like
strange.
early 90s?
I just found it strange.
Which I think is very interesting, but
It's
you know,
strange.
but I'm sure this girl will probably love
Nicki
to.
Minaj?
Yeah.
Well, Nicki Minaj
Have her music.
stopped by the SNL Weekend Update desk impersonating Kim Kardashian this past weekend. Minaj explained that the photo shoot Kim did for Paper Magazine was completely misinterpreted by the public. Let's watch this clip as she explains it.
Hey, hi you guys, it's me, Kim.
Welcome, Kim. Now I have to ask, what was the idea behind these nude photos?
Well, Colin, the entire thing was completely misinterpreted. Like, look at this photo.
Yeah.
Do you notice anything?
I definitely noticed something, yeah.
There's no background to the photo.
Oh.
They forgot to put the backgrounds in, so the photos are completely out of context. Here's the same photo with the proper background. See, it was actually a public service announcement about getting regular checkups from your gynecologist. Or this photo with the champagne. Now let's see it with the right background. See, it was actually part of a math competition for high school seniors.
Oh, that's nice.
And spoiler alert, X equals full frontal.
I guess learning can be fun.
How about this one? Notice how my rear end is all oily?
Yeah, I did notice that as well, yes.
Well, look at the background. See, it's a warning about the Keystone Pipeline.
Well, you know, you have some real vision, Kim, you know?
And finally, take a look at this one.
Okay, now what was that supposed to be?
It was going to be my Hanukkah card from my Jewish friends. L'chaim!
Wasn't that a great video?
Oh, that was really
She was
good.
a riot.
Yeah, I mean, I don't personally like Nicki Minaj, but
never
I
have.
think that's, you know, it's
Maybe
just,
I like
it's sort of
Nicki
funny.
because she's not being Nicki and she's being someone else because I can't stand Nicki Minaj either.
Well, anyways, in a recent interview, Demi Lovato admits that she nearly returned to rehab as recently as last year. Speaking to Fitness Magazine, the 22-year-old artist admits that remaining strong and healthy has been difficult ever since leaving a treatment center in 2010. She also went back to rehab for her eating disorder, which she began obsessing over food and being terrified of its time. Wilmer Valderrama, you know, from that TV show.
The 70s show?
Yes, the 70s show. Noticed and called her out on it, which was a sort of a relief for Lovato in a sense, but, you know, she's 22 years old. Come on.
She's so young,
You know?
but it happens to, you know, the young adults. Plus she was bullied in high school, so I'm sure that takes a play into it. I mean, people don't understand that being bullied does have a psychological effect on you. And it doesn't end when you leave high school. And if you don't get help for it, things like this do happen. This, drugs, you know, it's sad. But
she's 22 years old. It's like,
I know. What?
I don't understand that.
I don't. Well, Mark
You know?
Wahlberg is asking the state of Massachusetts to pardon him for a crime he committed in 1988. On April 8th of that year, a then 16-year-old Wahlberg, high on drugs and alcohol, assaulted a man while trying to steal 2 cases of alcohol and then punched another man in the face as he attempted to avoid the police. He was arrested, sentenced, and tried as an adult, and he served 45 days in prison. Unfortunately, one man was left blind in one eye, according to the ABC News report. Now, he wants this pardoned because it stays on his record, of course, and then it will stop him from getting involved with any law enforcement activities. If he wanted to, do something law-related, he would not be able to because of this that's hanging over his head. I don't think he should get special treatment. You did it.
You did it. It's like, what? And you were a teenager. So I'm not saying it's okay if you're a teenager to like do something like that, but it's like he should. I think he should be charged.
Yeah, well, I think that should stay on his record.
Or you know what? Just like give the police force in Boston like a free pass for a year at
to the
Wahlburgers.
Place, right?
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what I was thinking. Well, Chris Pratt may be parlaying his success into another amazing role. According to multiple sources, the Park and Recreation hunk is in early negotiations with MGM to star in The Magnificent Seven, which is a remake of the classic 1960s Western, which we all remember and all that. And it's already, Denzel Washington has already signed on for the Antoine Fuqua directed remake of the 1960s version. So we will see. That could be really interesting.
I wanted to make this for quite some time.
They've been really doing a lot. But they originally had it developed for Tom Cruise.
Yes.
And what it does is it's a post-Civil War town that if anyone knows any classic movies, they know exactly what The Magnificent Seven was.
I never saw it actually, unfortunately.
You didn't?
No. No, I'm not really into I'm not really into westerns.
Favorite
I've never been
movie.
into westerns.
Well, who was it? Steve McQueen? Was it Steve McQueen that was in it? I can't remember.
Yeah, I never saw it.
Good.
Well, Shonda Rhimes is back in the news, and we want to
congratulations to her.
She's being inducted into the National Association of Broadcasters Broadcasting Hall of Fame, known as NAB. Rhimes, best known for her work on Grey's Anatomy, will be inducted during the NAB show television luncheon on April 13th in Las Vegas. Now, Rhimes will join the prestigious group of previous Hall of Fame inductees that include Betty White, which we love, Gary Marshall, Bob Newhart, and Ted Koppel, and that's just to name a few. So good for her.
I think that's really good.
She's done some great work.
Well, she also, isn't she, what is it? Scandal, exactly.
Yeah.
Which we talked about because she didn't really want Katherine Heigl.
Right.
Which I disagree, but that's it.
Okay. Well, so the 57th Grammy Awards are right around the corner.
Yes.
So we do want to shout out some
congratulatory.
Yes. So I will talk about who was up for Record of the Year, and the entire list can be seen on our Facebook page. Up for Record of the Year, we have Fancy by Iggy Azalea featuring Charlie XCX, Chandelier by Sia, Stay With Me, Dark Child version by Sam Smith, Shake It Off by Taylor Swift, and All About That Bass, Meghan Trainor.
Taylor's going to win, I'm sure. But for the Best New Artist, though, they do have Iggy Azalea and Bastille, Brandy Clark, Haim, and Sam Smith.
Who do you think Record of the Year? Why don't we just say it now? Who do you think will get it?
Record of the Year? Taylor Swift, of course.
I think Chandelier. I'm hoping. Because I love that song.
I don't, but you know what? We had that conversation last week about how Taylor went totally global when, we were talking about Madonna, how she had the release and all that.
I just think it's
the leak. I don't know.
I think, well, now we have.
I mean, I would love,
I would love Sia to win it.
Sia.
Sia's skirt in Portuguese, I think. Best New Artist, who do you think it will be?
I hate to say it, Sam Smith, but I think Iggy Azalea.
I say Sam Smith, but I think Iggy Azalea will win.
Igla Azalea. Yes, okay, very good.
So anyways, that wraps up another edition of the Mario and Dennis Show.
Yes, it does.
We now leave you with a trailer of Lifetime, Dennis's favorite channel, of the biopic Whitney.
Whitney, oh.
We'll see.
I'm so excited.
I'm Mario.
And I'm Dennis.
Have a good night.
Bye.
16 weeks at the top of the Billboard charts.
You are the greatest voice of your generation.
Time to be Whitney Houston.
I'm every woman. It's all in me.
I'm getting nervous. You're making a mistake. Go away!
Open the door, Whitney.
Whitney, you need to protect the voice.
I'm a grown woman now and I'm going my own way.
It's never gonna work, Bobby. You know that.
No!
What do you want? To destroy me?
I promise you she will never come between us. No one will ever.
I'm putting everything on the line. My career, everything. I need this to be real.
Baby, you on in 10.